ready for you.
Hi, I'm Austin Erling.
And I'm Taylor Patton, and welcome to the Kitchen Table Podcast.
We're here to motivate, educate, and relate to you guys, sharing our stories, helping you to get 1% better in all areas of your life. Today we're going to be talking about getting her done. The old get her things done. Back in the day, you know, in high school, everybody used to say, get her done. Maybe that's just like yeah, that's just from originally. That's when it first came out. But we're going to be talking about that, how it's different from execution, how we get things done in our own lives, if we're good at it, bad at it, and then we'll give you guys some tips on how to get things done a little bit better and quicker. Other than that, no news to go through this week, so
hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And that.
Spend some time with family, eat some turkey. Now back into the grind before Christmas.
Yeah.
I always love this. I mean, time period is always hard because you're like looking forward to the holidays, but in all honesty, it's nice to get back into routine and get things going again.
For like 3 weeks.
Yeah,
and then it's like breaks again.
Yeah.
But I think like
it's good. It's growth, I think.
Except for the cold, this is definitely a top tier part of the year.
Yeah, but it is definitely top tier part of the year. But it's nice right now in the Midwest. I mean, it's 60 degrees today.
Yeah. I'm just not looking forward to 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
That's going to be 75 and sunny. Well, I can't wait for the metaverse and I just live in 75 and sunny.
Anyways, challenge last week. What was it, Taylor?
The challenge last week.
He's got to look at the board.
I got to dig around for the board. Is one thing to focus on with full effort and execution each day. For me, it was reading each chapter a day and then plus the Bible. Sometimes it'd be a chapter in the Bible. Sometimes it'd just be half one, depending on the length of that. Then reading through Luke.
Nice.
Yeah, and that I did pretty well. I got 6 out of 7. So I missed one day. It was Friday, and just after Thanksgiving, drove back. Had to work Friday. There's no excuse. I just kind of forgot, honestly.
Yeah, you know, I was thinking about that when you said it. I don't get how, because this is like, what, 10 minutes of your day, 15 minutes of your day to do that? Mm-hmm. I just don't get how people, like, how do you not get it, I guess.
Right. Yeah.
Like, write it down and then just do it.
Yeah.
It goes with get her done.
Mine now, I associate, so at work, we have an hour where, like.
So you do it then?
Yeah, so, like, when we get there at 7, we don't wake the kids up like 7:30, 8.
Okay.
And so now I just do want to get there. And so it's kind of become a routine the last week. Mm-hmm. And Friday I kind of left in a left in a hurry and forgot everything.
Yeah, because I've been doing a thing recently. What's been over the holidays and all that stuff, it's a lot more difficult for me to do all my morning/night stuff that I do.
Yeah.
So I literally I think it was Saturday. Didn't do it in the car because I was conversating with people. So then Saturday night, everybody went to bed, and I was just laying in bed doing my writing and reading my book. It's like 11 o'clock at night. It's going to take me 15 minutes. I was like, I'll just do this quick now when I know I have the time, and 15 minutes less to sleep, whatever. Mm-hmm. So it's just creating a habit, I suppose. One thing to focus on for me, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, like, it's such a thing, like, when kids, like college, high school, that like even adults, when like the holidays come, like you get some time off, like all your habits, everything
go down the window. Yeah, and I think like stress is like relief because I used to go home from college and Christmas break, and I'd get sick all the time. It's like you're at home, mom does laundry, makes food. I literally work out and hang around all day, you know. It's just different. Now I'm kind of like big boy. Like I was the home the least amount ever over Thanksgiving. It'll be the same for Christmas.
Right. I wish I said that like the other day. I was like, you like left. You came back here and you drove back. Yeah. You showed up. And I was like surprised. Yeah. And I was like college Austin never would have came back here for no reason. Yeah. Nothing.
It was good to have like, cause I feel like this is my home, you know. It was nice to be like at your home, and can do your own workouts, can get your own stuff done.
I feel like it's different living in like an apartment compared to like in the dorms.
Dorms, oh definitely, 100%. Like here, everybody's here versus dorms. Everybody left, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like right after football season, so it's like nice to get away normally. Whereas now, I I mean, I took a little bit of workouts off, but it wasn't like I have to get away from anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I wasn't trying to. I was just trying to hang out more.
Yeah.
So that leads me to my one thing to focus on. I didn't really have a one thing in terms of execution. I've been really trying to like, focus on my workouts and do like be aggressive on it and get her done, which I'll talk about more later probably. But one thing I am glad about is I had to do some things at home for the wedding and just get some stuff figured out and organized. And I did that over Thanksgiving, which was nice because obviously I needed to be home to do that. So I feel like I got some ducks in a row.
Yeah.
So then this weekend I got a little bit more ducks in a row, and next weekend and get some Christmas gifts and all that. And then I feel like I can kind of move on because once January hits, that's like, well, even end of December because I got that kicking thing I got to go to in January. So really, it's like go time. You know what I mean? So I thought that was good.
Yeah.
But anyways.
It's kind of off topic.
Yeah.
But do you like Thanksgiving food?
Dude, love it.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of mashed potatoes. I said my pregame meal was turkey.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So turkey, mashed potatoes. I was mad because we didn't have green bean casserole. Like, what the heck, right?
Really?
The night before we had mac and cheese. We don't really have mac and cheese on Thanksgiving, but the night before we did. And I don't have a lot of dairy, so it kind of sits in my stomach. But I love going home because Mom makes food, and I get like stuff out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
Like she made chicken parmesan and some other stuff. For Thanksgiving, I mean, if I get apple pie, mashed potatoes, green bean casserole, turkey, all that stuff, I gobble. You know what I mean? Like it's good.
Right.
This is probably the least I've ever ate.
Really?
On Thanksgiving, just because my stomach's been doing some weird things. But no, I like fancy meals and stuff.
I'm curious. Because a lot of the kids don't didn't like Thanksgiving food.
Really?
Yeah, they're incapable. They like the pumpkin pie. And then they would sit there, so they had each kid got half a pumpkin pie to themselves.
Gee.
Wild.
That's
but
nice.
anyway, there's tons of whipped cream left over.
Yeah.
And Cool Whip.
Yeah. Squirt it in your mouth.
So the next day, I was clearing out the fridge to deep clean once a week and all that. So it was Sunday, we still had 3 tubs of Cool Whip left over.
Okay.
These kids went mad when I was trying to throw it away.
Really?
And they would just sit. They sat down. There was 5 of them. Sat down and just ate a tub by themselves.
Whipped cream?
Yeah. Just Cool Whip. just shove it. It was wild. I was like,
yeah, sugar rush.
Right. So that was just funny. I was like, no way could I ever just sit down and eat Cool Whip by itself.
Couldn't do that. No,
So,
Thanksgiving's great.
Yeah.
I love fancy meals like that. I mean, so-called fancy, but we got Mom got the china out. And,
right.
And it's nice. Everybody comes over and.
Right. It's just the atmosphere.
Yeah, it's good.
For sure. What else? Quote of the week?
Yeah, quote of the week. It's from your favorite guy, Gary Vaynerchuk. It says, "Without hustle, talent will only carry you so far." Again, by Gary Vaynerchuk.
Yeah, that's just a staple saying. He said it.
Yeah. Basically, you need action, essentially, right? Because without hustle, talent will only carry you so far. So you can only do so much just naturally. Eventually you gotta be put your head down and grind it out and work,
Right.
Really, that's what getting her done is.
Exactly.
It's just a grind. Get on it, get her done type deal.
Exactly. And you
put your head down and work.
Yeah. For sure.
That's what I think of at least.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm loving his new book, 12 and a half. Great. I mean, he just goes over a lot of the topics that we go over.
Yeah.
And he calls them soft skills.
Soft skills.
Yeah, empathy, humility,
That's what we talked about at school today.
Yeah.
Empathy. I don't think those are soft skills. I think those are. I don't like the word soft for those.
Yeah. Okay. So in his thing, he just says soft skills in business, where most of the time you got to be teeth and nail, you're gonna overcut.
You gotta have a soft.
Yeah, you're gonna overcut. Get a heads up on someone you don't care.
Yeah, I just think they should use a different word. That's like me saying I didn't focus on one thing, so technically I failed the challenge, but I was still doing it just in a different way.
For sure.
I just didn't like the wording, but I understand this point obviously. Did you see what Goggins is doing, by the way? Remember how I went around and had some friends who did 12 a mile at the top of the hour for 12 hours. So I'm gonna do that. I think on I'm gonna do it on New Year's Eve. So I gotta take a nap at some point. Anyways,
he's gonna schedule his nap now.
Anyways,
he's gonna put his nap in.
I might gotta be organized, plan it out,
6:30.
But so David Goggins does a thing for charity every March, I guess. He did it last year at least, and it's 4 miles every 4 hours for 48 hours. So it's 48 miles essentially, and he's going from. He must live in like Phoenix area.
Yeah,
it looks like
he lives like out in the desert.
Yeah, so he's gonna go to California and back basically, and run with people, kind of like the Iron Cowboy did for Utah for the
that's cool
triathlon. He's gonna raise money, but I just think about that workout, like that'd be hard.
Not for David Goggins. It's another day in the park.
Yeah, I mean, but just think about people doing it. That's just a lot of work.
Yeah,
a lot of things. He's gonna need. You know what he's gonna need? He's gonna need a lot of Vitargo. Because Vitargo, I still gotta have you have it, but we should put that in a shake tonight. But it's the best carbohydrate drink. Let me tell you. In and out, 10 minutes. Stomach's not heavy, right? Yeah. Anytime you do that long cardio stuff, need it because it replenishes your carbs. That's what you lose first, right? That way you have energy in order to sustain the same level of workout that you're trying to have, or endurance or power, whatever it might be. But we'll give the discount code in there for all the people. What is it, Targo?
No. Do you know what your discount code is?
Yeah. It's you just go to the Targo store and then you hit hashtag #AEarthum, ERRTHUM 15, and then you'll get 15% off, essentially. But
yeah, I'm excited to try it.
We'll link it down. I can give you some to try as well. But there's so many flavors. Like I get the orange if I'm just having plain Vitargo, because it tastes like orange juice. I usually have it after a morning workout, or like Tang if you like Tang, or you can get grape, strawberry, fruit punch. There's plain. Yeah, there's plain too that you can just mix with protein after workout, so you like don't even notice it, but you get those nutrients. And again, it's in and out of your stomach in 10 minutes. It's like where pasta sits in your stomach.
Right.
Or you can have an intra-workout too to keep the metabolism going for those you trying to lose weight. Carbs aren't bad if you're working out, right? Because you need to replenish them for energy, type deal as well. So we'll put the link down in the description. But appreciate everybody at Vitargo. Been having that for a long time. So we'll get on the rest of the ad break here now, and we'll move from there. We're back. Shout out to Earth and Healthcare Services and Goal is Kicking, all those great people as well. What, you got something to say?
No.
You got another sponsor? You guys a sponsor?
Not yet. I was gonna ask you a question, and you clicked it to go, and I was like ready to ask you a question off. But it's all good.
Well, it's live on YouTube no matter what.
Yeah,
you guys should check us out on YouTube. Like,
that's...
subscribe, comment. Okay, that's all my ad stuff for the day.
For sure.
Definition of getting her done. It's funny. This one, like, we had to look for a little bit more, but it's so funny. To get the job done without procrastination, to get something completed immediately, or the best one, get off your butt and get her done. That's what Urban Dictionary says.
I love that one. I didn't look up the definition. I didn't do anything, but like the second or first part, whenever it says like about procrastination, I wrote down like there's the saying that like if you give yourself a week to clean your room, it takes a week. If you give yourself 3 hours to clean your room, it takes 3 hours. Yeah. So that's what I was like thinking about. I love that saying when I need to get something done. Is just giving myself a very limited time if it's like urgent, or like if I don't want to do it, giving myself a limited time. Like I need to get this done by like the top of the hour.
So true. In the summer, when I don't have to get up, I used to get up at like 8 o'clock in the summer.
Yeah.
I started to oversleep because I'd get up at 8 and I get up at 8:30. But the best days is when I had to be somewhere at 9. I would have to get up. You know what I mean? Like right now, we have to get up to go to work.
Yeah.
Whereas last week at the end, I technically didn't. There's only a couple of days I actually had to get up. But yeah, if you're in a time crunch, Like I'm always in a time crunch to work out, which I sometimes hate. But if you have you have enough time to get it done, but you have to kind of move. Best workouts right there. You don't just loaf and kind of have time, you know.
Yeah. And then I feel like also like I don't want to like say procrastination, but when people like wait till like the night before the pay-per-view due and then they pump out, sometimes like that works for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Having that like that like pressure, that deadline.
It does.
And that so like if you can move it up, like if you could mentally change it to where like 3 weeks out and then like you pump it out. Yeah, I feel like that's way more stress relieving than trying to pump it out, staying up all night.
Yeah, because there is that stress just because like, hey, if I don't get this done, I'm screwed type deal.
Yeah.
But some people work better like that. You are definitely correct. But I think like I suck at procrastinating. But for me, it's I need to get this done because in 3 weeks I won't have time. So I convince myself that I got to do something else,
Yeah.
So I got to do like my weekend schedule. I always do that. Okay, I got to do this on Saturday because Sunday I have to do this. So I won't have time to do it on Sunday, type of deal.
Right. And I feel like a lot like again like Austin's very much a different breed when it comes to this, but you
Italian.
you already like have like a lot of people don't like set up their weeks or know what's like going on like 3 weeks down the line.
I literally wrote right on Sundays to look at my next week to make sure I know what's going on.
Yeah.
I replayed in my head. I was like, what am I teaching today? I replayed it last night before I went to bed. I was like, okay, I gotta get this, and this ready.
You see. And like a lot of people like kind of senselessly go through like each day, each week saying, oh, I need to get that done or oh, I forgot to get that.
Which for me it helps with my execution because I'm already ready. And I just need a mindset of get her done type deal. Whereas what you're explaining, they don't have a ton of maybe planning or execution that they have to do because it's not really planned.
Refer back to our organization and preparation episode.
Yes, that was great. See, we're kind of lining these up right now. I like it. But the people you're kind of talking about, I think, is like pure like wake up, head off the pillow, get her done type of day. It depends on like what's going on that day. But if you're in a crunch and you don't have a choice, put your head down and work. It's either sink or swim,
Yeah.
So I think that's beneficial too.
Yeah. My get her done moment of the week was last night when I got home from work and so I worked at PM, then at AM, and then on it was good. It was fine. So the AM, the kids were all fine. Like it wasn't too hard, but I was just super tired because I stayed the night there.
Yeah.
But so then coming home, I was like, okay, I need to make content for my YouTube, and then I need to stream and hop in a few chats and then build the community.
Yeah.
And so, but I came home and then so I hit like a quick workout. So I guess this is Sunday night, and so I hit like a quick. It'd be like a warm up workout, just because I hadn't worked out throughout the week.
Warm up workout.
Because I was like I didn't want to go too hard starting into this week because I knew like I already had like some goals set for this week and I didn't want to take 3 or 4 days off and then going in.
Yeah.
I would just kind of want to get the muscles moving and kind of like get back into the routine. So I came home and it was like 5 o'clock, 5:30, and then like I was hit with a wall. I'm like I need to nap. Like I'm so tired. Like I could not keep my eyes open. I'm like sitting there like trying to like get my stream going, all that. I was like, I need to lay down. And so I laid down and I took in like an hour nap. Well, it was like 45 minutes and then an hour just laying there. And then you guys walked in and I was like, crap. Now that I was like, I'm going to talk to them. And I was going to be pushed back. So I shut the door and just pumped it all out.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Like I got my gameplay done, stream done.
Sometimes.
So like I was just because I was like laying there and I was like did not want to do it because I was already in bed and and when
hard to get up.
Hard to get back up. I was like it's warm. I was chilling.
It's hard, especially because it's dark at 5 o'clock, so it seems even later. Like I've noticed that about my body lately. I just get more tired. I told myself 3 weeks ago I would not let this happen. I ate better than I have in previous years, and I've like made myself get up and do it. Like today is the same thing. I did not want to go work out.
Yeah, I just felt more tired than normal.
I think it's because the sun goes down and that's why.
I think,
like if I had a room There's like crossfitters that have like the blinds and it's all like blackout curtains and stuff. Then they have a machine that rises like the sun, makes it light in their room and dark in their room. If I had no windows in my house, I'd be great. I just work out when the sun comes up at 5 a.m.
You had no windows in your house?
Well, I'm being theoretical. I'm saying like if I just use that machine,
okay.
I bet the day lengthens and you lengthen in terms of energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like in the summer, think about it, we got home. We both got home tonight about what 6 o'clock roughly.
Yeah.
So it's already been dark for an hour. We're drained. Whereas in the summer, it's like days like not even close to being over.
Right.
You got so much time left.
Exactly.
Where you come home now, it's like crap. We got to get going. So it's a
I'll
little
say
bit
this
different.
again, like daylight savings time
Sucks.
Bunch of BS.
I agree. I'd rather be light at night than in the morning.
Because no one cares in the morning. Everyone's going to work.
And nobody's going outside to
sleeping.
run in the morning when it's freaking 10 degrees out.
There's some people.
Okay, very few.
Right.
But viewers know what we're meaning.
But I'd rather be dark for an hour or two later in the morning than
same.
at night.
Same.
Just because, again, like, I love around this time, a lot of people like get like summer depression. Or seasonal
depression.
Yeah.
Which I can understand it.
Yeah.
But then again, the hardest part of getting her done is literally, like you said, getting your head off that pillow or getting out from that nice warm blanket.
Yeah. Yeah, I like this.
And doing it. Now you just got to put your head down and attack that sucker.
Right.
Go in and boom!
Right. Like this morning. So last night I slept horribly. And I
feel the opposite.
Yeah, I just slept for half an hour, I would wake up. And then I'd be up for like an hour and a half.
I don't have that problem anymore.
Like, you know, you get like, I don't know how bad you are, but I like get mad when I like can't go back to sleep. Like, and it's like been like 20, 30 minutes and you're laying there and you're like mad because like you know like you want to sleep, but you can't sleep.
Yeah. You're supposed to get up and walk around.
Yeah. I came out here, I got water. I lay back down and I'd be mad because I was wide awake.
Yeah.
And
the next day, at some point, you hit a wall and you're like, "This is what I was talking about."
Yeah. Well, no. So then, about it's 3 o'clock. I had an hour and a half of sleep at 3 o'clock, and I think the last time I saw was 3:12 was the last. And then I slept. I had to be at work at 7. Mm-hmm. I went, and then I wake up at 6:43. I'm like, oh, shoot. Yeah. I was like, I'm screwed. So I text my boss, and I lay there for 3 minutes, really contemplating my life.
If you're ready, you're like, do I go today or not? I've been there. I get that every time I work out in the morning. Remember in college, I work out at 5 a.m. or whatever? Yeah. Every day, the alarm goes off, especially in the winter. Do I go? And then it's funny because like at the start of the season or like in August, you get up right at your alarm, right? Mm-hmm. Then you go 5 minutes later, 5 minutes later, 5 minutes later. As it goes on, it happens to everybody. It's so weird how that happens with like getting things done. Yeah. But you always feel better when you do get up and do it. Usually. Yeah.
Because I hopped out of bed, got my clothes on, walked out the door. Let's do a good podcast.
Once you get going, coffee. Like if I go to bed late, I'll just be like, I'll have coffee in the morning and then I'm good. Like it like makes me like think I'm good. I don't have problems sleeping at night, like waking up unless there's like a snowplow outside or there's noise. Like if somebody is here on the weekend and it's being loud, like in the early night hours or whatever, or morning hours. But my problem, I get very frustrated if I'm trying to sleep. It's not hard during the week because I get tired now. But if I try to sleep and I can't, I get so pissed. Like for instance, last Friday, I was in bed, last Friday, I was in bed at 10:30. I literally didn't fall asleep till midnight. I was just like, jeepers, crying. Like, I got to get up at 7. I actually got to do stuff tomorrow. Right. Of course, the one day I can't sleep, I actually have to get up. That pisses me.
That's how I felt because I like going through Sunday, having that moment of like, okay, I'm getting everything done. Yeah. And then at 10 o'clock, laying down and not sleeping. Yeah. So I was mad because I was like, I really gotta.
Well, some of it is you're supposed to, so you can't go to bed at midnight for a month and then try to go to bed at 9 p.m. It doesn't work. You have to like slowly get there.
The thing is, I've been going to bed at 10, 11.
Yeah.
For 3-4 months.
Some of it you could be stressed. Like I try to like meditate or just kind of becoming sleep, getting her done or whatever. But
I just don't think I just don't know.
There's so much
it
on
is so
sleep that
it is
we
so
can talk
weird. Yeah,
about.
it is so weird. And I was mad.
We'll add a sleep episode. We'll add a sleep episode right now.
Yeah, and then so I hopped up. I really contemplated my life. Like shoot, waking up. But yeah, I went to work. It was a good day. It was a really good day. Really a lot of growth with the kids coming back. I guess I should say because I never really came out. So I went back to Woodward, and I went back to my old job just so I could focus on
Streaming podcast.
Yeah, the outside, the things I really want to do.
Yeah.
And I felt like I was just pouring too much energy into, because when I was working at Liberty National, great place, I love the people. It sucked a lot of the energy out. And so at the end of the day, like I didn't have energy to pour into anything else.
Yeah.
And I'd come home and just be dragging, and waking up dragging, and really just forcing myself through a day. Even though like it's a great job, and especially like if we didn't have this and I didn't have like other like goals and dreams, then to really just pursue, I don't want to say insurance, but just pursue financial freedom.
Have you noticed when you get things done, especially if there's things that you either one feel like you need to get done or two you really want to get done, that you're just in a better mood? Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
My fiance said that today. She's like, I got a lot done today, and she's like, just seems in a good mood.
That's why after I got everything done, I came out and talked to you last night.
Yeah.
Because it's before.
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I strive for that. Get all my schedule done for the day. Right. Then I said this many times. Then I can feel like I can play so-called.
I'm gonna speak on this too. So like another thing that like was get her done is the Star launch and the
monkey ball.
Yeah. So
don't get it because we want it.
I don't even know how to explain this. It's cryptocurrency. We were looking into buying a cryptocurrency, and you had to do multiple steps.
We're looking to buy a game.
NFT.
Essentially it's an NFT to play. So you basically buy this virtual monkey, and then you play soccer with it.
That sounds so weird.
It's literally what you do.
It's so true. Yeah.
It's like Mario Kart soccer, but you buy instead of like buying you buy Mario per se. But to do that, you have to have a certain token, which is a cryptocurrency that you have to trade for.
Yeah, and they opened up their staking aspect to get it early, essentially. To get it early, yes.
I'm just buying the NFT. Taylor did all this early stuff.
So because I really wanted to deep dive and understand and learn the process of getting.
And I just want a monkey.
Getting like a crypto, like this type of cryptocurrency, because I've talked about this, and I'm a big bullish believer in cryptocurrency. But we kind of like stayed surface level on like the very protocol ones, the very level, the basic level like Bitcoin, Ethereum, everything that everyone knows or heard of at least a little bit. Yeah. And so I really want to deep dive into like this really in depth. So like, and I was like nervous. I told you, I was like, all right, we had talked about it. I was like, there's so many steps, and like, so I was like, F it. I'm just getting it. I just deep dive, and I was like, it took probably an hour for me to figure out, but I got it. And I felt like, I was like, okay, I feel confident in it now.
Yeah. You know what? So, another thing with the whole get her done thing, because I was like complaining about the monkey ball. Because like, I don't want to do all these steps, you know?
Yeah.
But like, I think about all the hikes we've been on and just my daily life. Everybody knows I complain a lot. But I would just like, again, I say this all the time. I complain, but I always get it done.
Yeah.
I like to complain. I might not make it a fun experience for others, but I get it done.
It's insane, like how much you can complain, but yet complain and still get stuff done.
Oh, I'll complain up. I'll complain up the mountain. You guarantee I will beat you up the mountain. I will beat you back down.
And then he'll complain about the view on top of the mountain. He's gonna complain on the way down.
Okay, but I need to enjoy life a little bit more up top and slow down a little bit. But I'll complain the whole time.
Yeah, but anyway, I felt really accomplished after that because now I feel like I understand the process of the cryptocurrency and all that a lot more. And I took it was like risky to do too. Yeah. And so like taking that risk and making that like get her done moment, I'm just going to I'm gonna take the jump.
Sometimes that gets me into the get her done phase or the
Yeah.
effort mode I was talking about a couple weeks ago
Yeah.
as well. It just kind of triggers it like, hey,
Yeah.
no matter what happens, we're going for it. Like the rest doesn't matter. I'm gonna make it happen. You know.
Yeah. And
That's a good mindset to have, I think.
yeah.
Not risk where you're willing to throw away something that might be detrimental. But
right.
anyways, so there's one more thing I had, but I don't remember, so I'll come back to it.
Okay.
I really want to get. Go ahead.
No, you really want to get into what? I've
Well,
talked for a while, like, yeah.
Oh, I just want to. Well, I'm gonna move topics a little bit.
Okay.
Because I said last week that I would talk about how getting her done is different than execution. I haven't hit on it very much. So my big thing is execution is more like following through the plan and doing it the best you can, right?
Mm.
Getting her done is more of something like execution usually planned for, and you just make it happen to a T, details, right?
For sure.
Getting her done, I feel like, is more the grit, the grind, like put your head down and just go, right? Last year I had to shovel snow a lot for kicking outside. 10 degrees outside, don't care. Put a coat on, shovel for an hour, and then I still got to kick. I'm getting it all done, you know what I mean?
Mm.
Even though it's a long day at school, I got to work out, I'm going to do it. I got 15 things to do today, I'm going to do it. No matter what time I get done, I'm going to do it, you know?
Mm.
And I used to go super fast and not get things done well. So you can get her done and execute. And if you can do both, one, you have the mindset. Two, you have the action. Three, you have the detail to do it well. That's when you really start compounding your 1%. You know what I mean? Because you can start with a good place to start would be doing one or the other. But then when you can put it all together, that's where execution and getting it done really make you a better person and really just being more efficient, proficient. Again, there's a difference between efficiency and proficiency, right? Efficiency is how well you do it. Proficiency are you at a level that you want to be. Man, that's another good episode right there. I'm gonna write it down. So I just think execution. A lot of people think execution and getting her done is the same, and I don't. I think that the mental aspect is more like getting her done. Execution is more the detail, like physically, I guess, going through the process. But then again, getting her done is more like the grit, the grind, the bulk, the brute work. You know what I mean? The manual labor. So I just think it's important to kind of hit on that as well. Execution is more how well you do it. Getting her done is put your head down and ram it. I think like the Bulls in Spain. What movie was I watching the other day and it had that? Oh, it was the new one with The Rock in it.
Red Notice?
Yeah, they come up, remember, through the Bulls in Spain, the little like hatch thing, and they're right there. That's what I thought of. That's funny.
I think for me, like when I hear get her done, it comes back largely to self-awareness, and that. So if I need to get like 5 things done, to me, like I'm gonna list them out, like what, like my strengths to weaknesses, if I can speak, and that. So I'm gonna layer them, and like instead of like putting like my weaknesses all above my strengths, and that I'm gonna layer them in together. Yeah. So I mean like a weakness and a strength, and a weakness and a strength, and that so that way like you're not just like wasting time trying to like push through like organization if like that's not your strength, but then calling clients is. Yeah. And that so like for me like I just think like when I have like 5 or 6 things like that need to get done on that list, like I want to layer them between like what I'm best at, between what I'm worst at, and then layer them in between. That way I'm most efficient with my time, and you're also growing the most. To me, again, like this is my self-awareness. Yeah. I'm gonna grow the most when I can layer it, so I'm not like dreading either the back half or the front half of what I have to get done.
Yeah, and even see, I feel like I dread some things, but like going to a workout and you know you're dreading it sucks. But once you like get going, I always think of like early mornings again, get going, or it's cold, or you know the lift's gonna be hard. Once you get going, it's more like a grind. Oh, that's what I was gonna say earlier. Sometimes it's better when everybody around you is doing great, because then you like pick it up with them. Or like, for instance, on Thanksgiving, not my whole family, fiance and I, my little cousin and brother, were all just working out. It's just fun to be in that grind, you know?
Yeah.
And like everybody's doing it and kind of be the leader of it and just like I made us to work out and put us through it. So it's fun to do that. But then it's also like you're in a competition. I do super good. So does my dad. Like if we see our opponent suffering, it's like step on them, like get her done, step on their throat. You know what I mean? Like you got to be aggressive. But if people are doing, if you're dying and you know you're dying, and they look like they're not dying, that is demoralizing. So then you really got to put your head down. That's when you start counting your steps or something like that. You know what I mean? To get to that next, have a checkpoint. We've talked about those before. I think that's all important in getting her done, to keep having that motivation, because eventually it's going to run out, right? So if you can suffer long enough, eventually you'll be done. There's always going to be light at the end of the tunnel if you convince yourself there is, or you can have a little break of like, okay, I'm good type deal. You know what I mean? That way the motivation doesn't ever run out, because at some point it's gonna. And you're not always going to get her done how you want to get her done, but the more habits you can create and have that self-awareness, the better it will be.
Right.
Which everybody, it's their own, for everybody's to teach their own in this aspect. Some of it's trial and error and just figuring yourself out.
Yeah.
See, that's why going through adversity helps. Right there. Adversity helps getting her done. Really does. So then you learn from it, and then next time you're better off.
Yeah.
Challenge, okay, now I'm battle tested.
Yeah. It's a lot of eyes forward.
Yeah, and then you can put the faith aspect. You can put everything we talked about. Get her done.
I
love it.
Again, I like how you talk about like the suffering aspect, because for the 98% of people that want to be successful, suffering comes with it.
Yeah, I mean,
and then there's the oddball people that just
have to get inheritance or whatever.
Serendipity of just like the way the world works, where they just hit it big at the right time, at the right moment. Yeah. They're born at the exact.
That's not common though.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Like when you have big goals, big visions, and that suffering's gonna come with it.
Yeah.
And you just gotta be willing to work through it. And as soon as you play victim and not taking accountability for your actions and where you are, you immediately stop your ability to improve.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna fall back on why me, and that when you're playing victim.
Yeah, let's talk about how some people can get her done a little bit better. For those who are struggling and are in that 98% or 98% of people who don't just hit the lottery or whatever. So Forbes, again, talking more business world, but I think these work for a lot of anything. It doesn't have to be business. It can be working out. It can be your job. It can be being a parent, whatever. So one thing it says is to there's 9 of them. So it says cut your to-do list in half. So meaning you don't got to do everything in one day.
Did we talk about this last podcast? No, maybe. Anyway, so like the story goes is I forgot who it is. Anyway, gosh, I really wish I knew how to talk this to in the story. Anyway, back in the day, they were like the whole factory and like kind of like how am I gonna say, like supply, like the way a factories ran. What's the word am I looking for?
Supply chain?
Yeah, but the Industrial Revolution and like
they had water.
Yeah, I guess the efficiency of getting your factory and cleaning your product. Anyway, a guy walks in, talks to the main person, and says, "I can cut your labor costs or whatever, in half or whatever it says." And he's like, "Don't pay me now. Pay me when I'm done. Pay me what it's worth." Mm-hmm. So anyway, it's like a week goes by and he cuts like the labor in half or something, or an insane amount. He's like, "Oh my gosh, like what'd you do?" Ended up paying him an absurd amount, like $1 million, and this is back. Yeah. So anyway, what he says is he just tells the managers and that he's like, write them your six things you want to get done. Your 6 top things that need to get done. He's like, you focus on those 6 things.
Yeah.
And he's like, whatever doesn't get done that day moves to top list tomorrow. And then you continuously because at the end of the day you're gonna write the list, and whatever doesn't get done that next day goes to the top, and you just keep going.
That's why I write things down. Write it down, it will get done.
Yeah. And so he just says, like, and that the more you are able to prepare your day, like how we talked about prepare your day the day before, you're able to get things done a lot faster.
Again, it's not about how long you're working. It's about how much you get done in the time you are working.
Exactly.
Of course, if you're working longer and getting more done, it's still the best, but you know what I mean. Okay, so that's number one. Number one was cut your due-lists in half. Sorry, I should probably repeat that. Number two is to take more breaks. Like you said the other day, you need to take a little nap quick.
Yeah.
Now, taking a 3-hour nap is not great. 20-minute nap, 25-minute nap, so you don't get in the REM sleep is great. Take a little lunch break, take a walk outside, then come back, get more done. You're actually more productive. Number three is to follow the 80-20 rule. So as you don't know what that is, only 20% of what you do each day should produce 80% of your results. So basically, like the top 5-6 things that you really care about should be what you put your energy towards, hence why you're changing your job. I really need to think about mine for that as well. We're using some reflection here. Number four, I'm going to change it up a little bit. It says to use your mornings to focus on yourself. I think just whatever time period you feel most comfortable with to give to you.
I support that a lot.
Like I love Mondays at school because I literally don't teach for the first hour. So I can do what I need to do, and I feel like I have my stuff done for the day, and then I can focus on teaching, you know what I mean? Except for my workout, but I'm not going to get up at 4 a.m. So anyways, whatever you need to do to get yourself fueled, ready to go. Another thing is tackle your challenges before lunch. So everybody wakes up, you have peaks and valleys through your energy out throughout the day. You get up, let's say you go to bed at 11, wake up at 7. That's most Americans do that. There's like 56% of Americans do that on average. So they work basically 8 to 4, 9 to 5. So that'd be the time period. So you wake up in a couple hours. So like I say, my best time to work out is around 10:30. That's roughly 2 hours after you wake up, 3 hours after you wake up. So I feel good there. Then you get a small dip. Then it's lunchtime and you're right back up. After lunch, you have a little dip. 2 o'clock hits, you're way down, right? And then after that, you're back up before you go to bed again. You start getting ready for bed, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock hits, you get ready for bed, watch the news, go to bed. So it's important to get those hard tasks done when you have the most energy, because that's going to require the most, which we talked about in prior stuff anyways.
And also, like, you also have to like be self-aware and tailor make it to yourself.
Yeah.
And like some people.
Yeah, it might not be 7 to 11 or
and
whatever.
Like, some people are able to work remote. So whatever works best for you, schedule your time around that.
So the next 3 all kind of run together. So number 6, it says improve your email etiquette. Just be more efficient. Like whatever you need to do, like your small tasks, I call it the busy work. You know what I mean? Like find a way to be, number 7 is create a system, and number 8, stop confusing productivity with laziness. So basically, how can you be more efficient in whatever you are trying to focus on? Take the hardest things first, the biggest things first. I mean, have a system about what you're going to do to get things done, and then do it. And number 9 is probably the best thing. A lot of people get stressed because they have a lot of things to do, and then I think that's the best time to get her done. But focus on one thing at a time, right? You can't cook and work out very well at the same time. So wake up, get your stuff done you need, cook, work out, or vice versa, then move on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This is not advice, but coming from the man who reads and drives at the same time.
Yes, that is bad. Don't do that. I do that because I get so stressed out and I need to get things done, so I do 2 things at once. So I don't drive as well as I should, and I don't read as well as I should. You're right. I need to take the advice. But the human mind, the human brain has proven that you cannot multitask. Because if you're doing 2 things at once, you can't give your full attention to, you don't have 100% of your energy in one thing, so you're not going to be as good. That being said, I can afford to not read my book as good for 6 pages because I got other stuff to do. But in all reality, I should just take an extra 5 minutes and not do it. Or I should wake up 5 minutes earlier and do it then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For the safety of everyone around you.
Yeah, but I'm a knock on wood great driver, so. Anyways. So that's the list on how to be more efficient / put the head down and get her done. It's hard to do. But in the end, you'll feel better if you do put your head down and grind through it, grit it out. And it creates the habits and all that hard work. You can't go wrong having hard work, right? You can work smart as you work hard. That would be the best. But at some point, you're going to have to get your hands dirty, feet wet, tire your brain out, get some rest, do it again, you know? But don't just run like a chicken. That's just dumb work. So work hard, but work smart. Yeah. So anyways, difference in execution. It's about putting the head down. Get 1% better. You got anything else? We had the challenge.
We can go around challenge because that was one thing I wrote down.
Okay, let's go. You go to the challenge. It's a good idea. Taylor came up with this great idea.
I mean, yeah, sure. There's 32 days left. I mean, after today.
Yeah.
So when you hear this, there's 32 days left in the year. What are you gonna get done? And that, and this is like again, like going in. I talked about this like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Kind of like writing my New Year's resolutions and I get them order. So I have 3 things that like I really want to get done, and that between now and the new year. So for me, I'll just read my top thing is get affiliate on Twitch, which means outside of I can make money on it already, but then it just fuels you to be able to make more revenue within Twitch, and then be able to run ads and all that such. And then second is I want to finish 2 books, and third is I want to bump up my cardio between 30 and 45 minutes.
I don't know what mine are, but I like this. I'm just going through all my goals that I've had from the start. So it's like closing on those, right? Or I think of people who make New Year's resolutions and then they forget about it by February. Bring those back, depending on if your life's changed or not a lot, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're in a totally different spot, then it's hard to have the same goal. But go back to that New Year's resolution and think, all right, I forgot about it. I did it for a month. I forgot about it for 10. I got another month. Like, let's finish it good. You know what I mean? Like, prove to yourself that you can get a little bit better.
Yeah.
Whatever you're trying to really focus on. It might be one thing, might be 5 things. I wouldn't recommend more than that.
Right.
Just like every day, you don't have enough time and energy. I used to always want to do 15 things, and you really can't. You got to focus on one thing at a time, right? If you're supposed to be kicking, focus on kicking. You're supposed to be working out, focus on just working out. If you're at school, focus on school. If you're trying to get a degree, get a degree. If you're on family, don't be doing your morning stuff like I try to do. Focus on hanging out with family.
Right. Yeah. And then that way, like, now a lot of people put cruise control on between now and the new year, saying they're just going to start the new year.
Yeah, it's a great time to get better.
Yeah, I can't wait for the new year to start my New Year's resolution. Now is a great time to get those like habits started. So that way when the new year hits, you already have that momentum moving forward.
Yeah. My thing probably is to, one, get my body like back to healthy. I feel like I've just kind of been drained lately. So get my body full and healthy, not sore. And then once I get that, I want to start ramping up some workout stuff and just kind of like hit a reset button. If I can get that reset button started now, then my so-called season after the New Year's, like I said earlier, I'm kind of like primed, ready to go. You know what I mean? Because I'm always working out and doing that stuff.
Exactly.
And just have a plan moving forward, and then execute it. And if you've got those times where you feel like dark, cold, you want to eat pie, right? Because it's holidays, everyone wants to eat more.
Yeah.
Like, don't do it. Go work out. Be healthy. Be happy.
Yeah.
Be smart about your decisions, and your 2022 self will thank you 1 month early. In all honesty.
Yeah.
And then we'll hit back on this right before Christmas with our last episode of the season here in the year. But it's gonna be really interesting to go back and see what we've done from the month and the year.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. A lot of big things. You know, like at the end of the year, I can talk about this more in 3 weeks, but I want to hit on it quick. There's always there's this thing on Twitter that says, name 3 things that happened to you this year that are like most important or played a role in your life. I always think about what mine are, and I never have anything big, but like I'm starting to get some stuff. So it's good. I wrote it down like in July about what could possibly have this year. So I've been doing a little 6-month check. Anyways, make sure you like, subscribe, comment on our YouTube page. We'll link the socials down below. Instagram for Kitchen Table is The Kitchen Table. No,
Kitchen Table.
sorry, Kitchen Table _pod. YouTube is the Kitchen Table. Mine's A_Eartham17. Taylor.
Taylor.Patton.
Make sure you follow his Twitch. Everyone to play some games with Taylor.
There we
He
go.
sucks at 2K though, so don't play with him. Anyways, appreciate you guys.
Thank you. Love you. Bye.